Hi everyone, how are you doing? It's the last part of track and field, a long season. The Diamond League final is here. It's actually going on right now. I'm joining midway, and I thought that it would be a good idea for me to come on as the meet is progressing. We have some interesting performances so far. A great run by Rai Benjamin. We'll get into some of the results and also somewhat of a watch along as I try to watch the championships as we discuss anything you want around track and field, and especially around this 2 day event in Eugene. Spectacular scenes there out there in Oregon, and as usual, Oregon is a lovely stadium, relatively new, refurbished stadium for track and field specific. And so we're looking forward to seeing what's coming up on the program. I think coming up next on the track in not too short distance from now would be the women's 1500 meters, and looking forward to see Faith Kipyegon just cap off what is arguably the best season for a track and field athlete this year. I don't think anybody's been better than Faith. Thanks for joining me. I'm just doing a watch along and then ending into a good talk about the first day of the Diamond League. Scenes out there looks as if quite a number of people are in the stands, and that's always good to see. Quite late for track and field, and importantly as well, athletes have to perform at their very best. So to be around at this stage is really a remarkable thing. Some athletes have shut it down for a number of reasons, but it's always good to see a number of athletes there. And so far, we've seen some lovely performances. And before we get to the women's 1500 meters, which I think is up next, you definitely have to talk about Rai Benjamin. I thought Rai Benjamin in a blistering performance this evening, 46:39, world lead, Diamond League record, running down Karsten Varham. As you know, I always think that Varham has Benjamin's number all the time, but in this case, Benjamin got the best of him. Probably not the time you want to win a 400-meter hurdles race. You probably wanted to have done this kind of performance in Budapest, and Rai himself actually did say something about that in the press conference, that you have to run your best times, do as best as you can at the major championships, and he didn't. But a fantastic performance by Rai, 46:39. I think that's what, fourth fastest of all time. So it's no slow time. And also Varham at 46:53. He too has been running fantastically well all season. Lost his last race to Karen McMaster, and so ending the season in defeat. I don't think Varham would feel bad, right? He came back from an injury last year, reclaimed his world championship title, and he's top of the world. I mean, the Diamond League final, though prestigious, is not the major event for the year. So thank you, everybody. I'm just going through stuff they're going through. If I were to kind of switch over and look at what's happening, the women for the 1500-meter final, and obviously we don't expect anything more than Faith Kipyegon just capping off rather a great season. But in the men's 400-meter hurdles, Matt Master also was fantastic. 47:31, uh, ahead of DeSantis at 47:44. So at least for DeSantis, he's probably pleased to have finished the season in such a lovely, lovely, healthy and way to finish the season, because there was a moment we didn't think he would have been there. So yeah, the 1500 meters for women is on the track. Uh, yeah, it's gonna be, I think, a fantastic race. I probably won't do a blow by blow here, but you expect a number of good performances, and kudos to the athletes, as I've been saying, just to be around this long. Yeah, and I'm not quite sure what we will expect from Faith. I mean, she's been running well. What did Faith do this year? World records in 3 events. She holds a 50 in the 5. You can't really complain about Faith Kipyegon. She's already right behind the pacemaker right now, and it's she's probably just going to take this in easy, as I imagine. Just about like what, we'll see how fast they get around here, when once they come around for the first technical lap, I guess. But but it's good to see. Good to see. I don't know what you guys are expecting today. I mean, great performances, I imagine. But you can't complain. I think at 600 meters, it's still the pacer leading out, but Kipiegan is right there. Yeah. So this is gonna be I think she's already asserted herself. Laura Muir is in the mix as well. Welter J. I don't think anything uh, surprising. And if they don't take it out on Fate, then you don't stand a chance of beating Fate if you don't take it out. So yeah, I don't expect anything. Yeah, so the pace is about a step off track. I think Fate Kipiegan already a 3 meter, probably 4 meter lead already on the Ethiopian. So she's already stretching already. Yeah, this is gonna be quick. Yeah, she's really running very fast. I think she's on pace for like, I don't know if she can go close to the world record. I don't think that's gonna happen, but she's definitely on pace to do something fantastic. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like she alone now, Faith Kipiegan against the clock. Yeah. I don't know if you guys are enjoying this, but this is fantastic here. She's by herself, the wave light. I can't quite tell what color these wave lights are doing, but she's ahead of the wave light right now, for sure. She's going to run a super, super, super fast time. This is ridiculous. She's like 252, I guess, and it's going to go around for the last lap now. She is way out there, way out there. I think, I mean, at the very least, Faith Kipiegan is going to break the Diamond League record, I think. Well, I don't know. But this, at least the Prefontaine record. But she's way out there. Like nobody's in the shot. I think Laura Muir might be stepping up, getting close to the other Ethiopians, but it's not even close. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's just amazing how Faith Kipiegan can just do this on such an impressive field as well. It's no, this is ridiculous. Whoa, 351.72. That is meet record for Nike Prefontaine. It's probably the fastest time run at this late in a season anyway. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. I'm just doing a watch along today for the Diamond League final here in Oregon, and massive times. PB's a galore. PB there, 353.92, 93 rather, for Welter J, and more season best for Laura Moore. Hall with an era record. This is amazing stuff being run out here today. And it's just Faith Kipiegan, 350.72. You can't really, what can we say? I mean, I think she's the greatest we've ever seen. And long may it continue. And to think about it, she's also one of those athletes who have come back from having birth and still go out there and deliver her very best. So yeah, hats off to Faith. I see a few people are on the live. I appreciate you joining me. Let me know where you're joining me from. What's your top performance so far for the day? Rai Benjamin's 46.39 world lead, possibly the best performance of the day. I mean, this performance here from Faith Kipiegan, pretty close, but ridiculous. Yeah, I think she was trying to see if she could go a sub 350, but I don't think there wasn't enough there for anyone to push her. I think she needed to be pushed more, or maybe go out a little bit faster. But that's just us kind of splitting hairs. It's late season. A woman that's been running fantastically well. Remember, she had that back-to-back world records in over a weekend. Defends her title. the greatest 1500-meter runner we've ever seen. Wins the double in Budapest. That's a season. If there's a single athlete out there that's having a better performance than Faith, then I don't know. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for joining me. Debbie from Canada. I do like Canada. We're in Canada, you know. I do like me some Vancouver, Montreal, Toronto for sure. Yeah. Appreciate you joining me. Yeah, so no, fantastic performance so far. You know, great run by Faith Kipyegon. We also had the men's 400 meters. I mean, we've seen some Jamaicans so far. Rasheen McDonald was in the men's 400 meters. That was a bit earlier. He finished a bit down the track. I think a better performance from uh, Karani James, the men's 400 meters. We saw Karani James running a season best. Would have gotten a medal had he delivered a performance like this in Budapest, although he was DQ'd. But 44:30, holding off Quincy Hall, who, as you know, medaled in Budapest, but he was swimming, and Noah Wood was third, Bryce Deadman in fourth, and Rasheen McDonald finishing at 45:10. Interesting season for Rasheen. He had a fantastic run earlier this year of 44.03. Didn't make it into the Jamaica team, but has won a couple races on the circuit as well. And so possibly a long season for him, an inconsistent season. But we lost Matthew Hudson-Smith early in the men's 400 meters. And likewise, Ogando also false started, which is unbelievable in a 400 meters. Yeah, Toronto. Yeah, I like Toronto. And so, well, you guys call Toronto T-Dot. But yeah, fun. So far, I think up next we'll see some. The evening will cap off before the Bowman's Mile with the women's 100 meters, and that has a few Jamaican women there, along with obviously the world champion Shacarri Richardson, and the men's 100 meters are there too. I think Noah Lyles will try to see what he can do there. You know, we could put up some of the start list. We should see there's Elaine Thompson-Herah, who is running fantastically well right now for a late season, as we saw last week. She ran, what was it, 1082? Was it 1082 Elaine ran? And early in the week, she had gone 10.9. And so when you looked at her face, and I was saying it last week, you have to think that Elaine must think that they're ahead of where they anticipated to be, given the injury start, the injuries, the season, this transition away, or the inclusion of an additional coach seemed to be bearing good fruit, and so let's see what Elaine can perform this evening, right? I think to expect her to win is probably putting too much on the two-time Olympic champion. I think for her, finishing healthy is important, but also I think that sub 11 and obviously the sub 10.9 was also an indication, just to get the confidence back, right? I would think that if you're an athlete of her caliber, someone who's run 10.5, then running 10.8 is not particularly something that you're going to jump around for, except when you're coming back or when you're having sustained injuries that have been derailing your season, hampering your ability to train. And it seems as if things are on track. So this is the last race, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do here. It's going to be another matchup against Jackson versus Richardson. You'd have to think Richardson wants to finish the season by taking the Diamond League title, home soil. You know, I guess she might think Eugene belongs to her. And you have to think that Shericka Jackson might be thinking about tomorrow more so than today, because she wants a chance at probably the only shot this year to see if she could actually threaten the FloJo world record over 200 meters. But I anticipate a pretty fast time this evening. You would think Marie-Josée Tallou should run well again. She's been resting up, I suppose. Dina Asher-Smith is still in the mix, not having the greatest of season. Natasha Morrison also been running good on the circuit post Budapest as well. So to have the athletes here, and it's September, it's my birthday today too. So you have to think that people running this long, this fast, especially when you had a major champs a month ago or so. It's impressive that we're seeing this many good athletes still show up here at the Diamond League final. And let's see what will happen. I mean, there's other things going on there. There's men's triple jump today. I think Diaz managed to beat Zango. Diaz, as you know, is a Cuban who changes allegiance to Italy. So he wasn't allowed to compete this year at the World Championships, but we should see him in Italian colors next year for the Paris Olympic Games. Good running, good jumping from him, and so on. Thank you, Clive. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And so a lot of good stuff. You got Noah Lyles coming up trying to win the 100 meters. Can he do it tonight? You have to think he's also putting his mind on tomorrow too to see if he can threaten another fast time over 200 meters. He wants to threaten that Usain Bolt world record, which is very tough. But if there's a place you want to try to put an assault on the world record, then you have to think Oregon is the place. Good conditions for track and field, fast enough track, extremely good stadium. Sometimes you get that breeze coming in. It's not an enclosed stadium through and through, so you will get some assistance, sometimes too much assistance. But if you want running quick times, then Eugene is the place. But the guy I want to see, obviously, is Kristen Coleman, because Coleman really looked fantastic was it last week or the week before? Yeah, it may have been it was last week, I think, or the week before on Saturday in China when he was running really well. So he's back. He's also around there at the running those 983s, 982s. So is it 83? Yeah. So Kristen Coleman should be in fine form. I also expect the youngster Yatsili Taboga. It's a little bit pity that Oblique Seville wasn't here. I think his season's over. He ran a few meets on the circuit last week at the Continental Tour. He won one. Then I think he lost the other one to Ferdinand Omanyala. So there's a good field here tonight. Johan Blake is there, Akeem Blake, Omanyala, Kristen Coleman, Lyles, Letsila Taboga, the breakout kid, Kishane Thompson, Marvin Bracey Williams. So we are having what I think is a good lineup to get some fast times this evening. Let me know your thoughts on what you think will run. Can we get a 9-7 tonight? That would be interesting to see. It's a long season, so to expect athletes to be delivering that is also, we have to temper expectations, I imagine, but I think we'll see something fast. And if Lyles really runs fast tonight, then tomorrow you anticipate he'll be running well. I saw a lot of stuff on social media. Actually, Lance Brahman, his coach, was sharing some workouts with Noah Lyles, suggesting that he is running fast. Hi, Debbie. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, so I think they'll be lining up soon on the track. I think the javelin was going on as well. I'm not quite sure where is now in the standing. I need to take a quick look at that. But the men's 100 meters are coming out, and I think we'll see some fast times. Johan Blake, imagine he's still around. 2011 world champion, double silver medalist at the 2012 games in London, beset by injuries, different types of things with his career, but he's still around. And every now and again he can give you a fast time, but I'm not quite sure we'll get anything that will threaten Coleman or Lyles this evening. Omanyala could threaten. He's one of those guys that sometimes I don't understand. You really want to see Ferdinand running a lot faster times outside of Kenya. He needs to start running these 9.8 lows, 9.8 sevens, 9.7s rather, in Europe and other places other than high altitude. But this is going to be a fantastic performance, I think. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. As usual, let me know your thoughts. I guess you're watching along as well, so it's all good that we're not getting a lot of comments right now. Yeah. And yeah, let me just quickly check the men's javelin while these guys come out. Yeah. So Vlasic won in what 84-24 ahead of the Olympic champion and world champion Neeraj Chopra at 80-90. Yeah, Anderson Peterson's just not having that season. Highlander also is from Finland having a good season too. But yeah, it's a decent field assembled here for the men's javelin. Not the best, but as we know, it's very late in the season. So let's see what's going to happen here in the men's 100 meters. And I'm really impressed by this Kishane Thompson kid. I think he is a future. I like his structure. This big dude. Looks like he can really get out there. He's also running fast this year. And you have to think he had a 985 recently, right? And a kid like that can definitely be the future, I think. I think he, I don't want to say who he reminds me of, but he has a little bit of he looks like a former Jamaican sprinter as well. So yeah, but he's definitely one to watch for the future. But it should be quick. Should be quick right now. Yeah. All lanes of the track being used this evening. Yeah, let's see what we get here. This should be good. Okay. Why is Akeem Blake false starting? He had I don't know what happened to him the other day, but this is becoming a normal thing for Akeem Blake. It seems like, yeah, clearly out, not even close. There's no, yeah. This is before the gun. Everything. This is way out there. Yeah. I'm not quite sure what's in his head that he's gonna try to get a start on this. Why are you trying to make a jump here? It's such a blatant start. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, being the dream. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely buy me ice cream this evening. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, super chats are always available. Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining me. But yeah, it's gonna be false start. I guess Blake was nervous. I'm not quite sure if he was nervous. He's false started quite a number of times this year. Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button, please. It helps with the algorithm. YouTube likes that more than me. I know it's a favor, but YouTube likes the algorithm to be hit. The like button to be hit. It helps the algorithm. If it's the first time on the channel, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, hit notification bell. You know when we go live, when we do videos. There's tons of stuff on the channel that you can definitely partake in. Yeah. I just don't think Lyles will win this evening. I have a feeling Coleman will take this because you have to think Coleman is like rounding down. He looked really good the other day. Starting is like impressive. Yeah. Coleman is way out there. He's starting like before, and Kishane Thompson was there, but he's not there anymore. Coleman wins this 9.83, the unofficial time. That's equal in the world lead again. Fantastic. Beats Noah Lyles, 985. Omanyala also in 985. Kishane Thompson also in 987. So that's really, really tight there. And the rest are above 10 seconds. That's a fantastic run, equaling the world lead for Coleman. He looked really good last week. Was it in China he ran that fantastic time, or wherever he was? He looked really good. And as if the season came a little bit late. This is the Kristen Coleman that we wanted to see. It's a bit late for him in terms of what would have happened at the World Championships, but yeah, if he can start the way he's starting now, and you have to think come next year if he can develop that speed again, that endurance, he needs to work on that some more. I think he's going to be very dangerous come next year, and that's the thing. If you can get out there, look at that. He was out good. Let's see. I mean, he was really good out of the blocks. I mean, the acceleration was good too. I mean, Omeniala was kind of too straight for my liking, but he's up there too. He was running really hard. Noah Lyles clearly didn't get a good start, and he came back at the end. Not quite sure what Thompson was doing. I gotta watch it again. I'm just looking at the replay quickly. But yeah. Thank you, Danik. I appreciate it. Yeah. But this is good running, I would say, for Omoniala. And obviously Lyles would be disappointed not to have won. But that's really good. It's negligible win, 0.1 meters per second. So no real aid there. 983. Very good running from Kristen Coleman. I would say very good running from Lyles too. I mean, he can't start like these guys, and he has to be a little bit closer if he wants. He has to start better if he wants to be in the mix. And yeah, good running from Omoniala, and I guess even for Thompson too, he will be disappointed the way I think his body was leaning over a little bit too much. He wasn't really maintaining that speed as he want to, but this is kind of first year on the scene, so we can't really ask much. Well, at least I wouldn't, but we'll see what happens next year. Ewan Blake, what, 10:08? Marvin Bracey, 10.01. And let's see Tobago. I mean, it looks like he hurt himself there, 10:61. Hopefully it's nothing that serious, but that might mean he's definitely out for the 200 meters tomorrow, because he's been having a bumper year for the kid from Botswana. Yeah. Joshua Hartman also in 7:10:30. So those times aren't anything to sneeze about. I need to look back at the replay and see what exactly happened to Tobago, because he was out of it. Hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully it's just a cramp and nothing too serious. Yeah, but we can't see. I definitely won't see him tomorrow. I don't think so. That seems as if the 200 meters is gonna lose a superstar as well. Yeah, he was cramping up. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I think he felt something there lifting his left leg. That's not good for the kid. Hopefully it's just a cramp. Hopefully it's nothing serious. And it's the end of the season, so we'll see. Thanks everybody for joining me. Did you enjoy that 100 meters? Do you have Noah Lyles winning, or you had Chris Coleman winning? I just felt like Coleman had this edge over the last week or so. You saw him. He started as normal. And is Coleman changing coaches next year? I think I have to check on that. But yeah, I think he's gonna be back to his best. I guess it took him his second year back since his suspension for whereabouts violation. So nobody can start better than Kristen Coleman. I think he's probably the best we've ever seen. And so if he can continue to get that back and then marry that with some speed endurance, he should be in the mix. I don't know how fast he can get to. Can he get back down to the likes of a 9.7? Can he get down to a 9.76 or so? Not quite sure, but we'll see. I think next year Paris will be hot. I think the U.S. Championships will be very, very difficult next year again, as usual. A number of people will try to get in the mix there, and then you have to think the likes of a Fred Curley will hopefully have a better season. So it's going to be extremely competitive. We'll gauge how fast people will be running, particularly too when it comes to the U.S. trials, because it's only 3 spots. There's no buys. There's no automatic qualification, buy or Diamond League. or defending champion status. So it's going to be tough. Yeah, but that was a very good run by Kristen Coleman, and I guess we'll have. I think women's shot put is also ongoing right now. Then we get to see the men's steeplechase final. That should be good. Let's see who's there for the men's steeplechase. Well, doesn't seem that we have. There's no Germa there. It doesn't seem for men's steeplechase. And also, we don't have the world champion. I'm just quickly looking at the list right here. I mean, Wale is there too. It should be good. Let's see who else there. Kiboet should be good as well. But yeah, it's not as exciting as Budapest, and we can't expect it to be, as I suppose. And then they'll cap off the evening with a hopefully what would be a good performance in over women's 100 meters. I want to see what that looks like. I'm really excited for that. We might get another sub 10-7. You definitely know Shericka Jackson is in fantastic form. Likewise, Shacarri Richardson. So we'll see. And Elaine Thompson. I'm really excited to see what Elaine can do, because the Olympic champion seems as if our season is reset. She has a reset there, and you have to think that if they can manage her and continue, end the season well, come back next year, have a bumper background training, because I think a proper background season for Elaine Thompson, if she can come out, run a couple 400 meters, give us an indication of the kind of speed endurance she might be developing, then we know it's going to be golden. Because speed is never an issue for Elaine. It's just whether or not she can put things together. And it may, so far, it looks as if they figured out a way to allow her to train with the injuries. It's not like they fixed anything, right? I think it's mostly palliative care, right? Just figuring out ways to allow her to compete in some good ways. So this will be good. Yeah, US TV is interviewing Noah Lyles right now. Appreciate everybody for joining me. It's a little bit of a watch along, talking about what we've seen so far, but some great performances. Don't forget to smash that like button. You give me 100 likes today. It's my birthday. I'll take that as the gift. But yeah, but this is good. I think Noah will come back tomorrow. I didn't really hear what he was saying, because I was but I suspect he's disappointed not to have won this race, but he was coming, so the speed endurance is there for sure, and he's really top. His top end speed rather is up there for sure. Yeah, no El Bakali here, no Lemaitre Germa for the 3,000 meters, so it's not going to be as exciting as we would probably want, but I think it'll still be good. Yeah, we'll definitely. I'm hoping. I don't know how fast these guys will go out. I have to think through this really quickly. It's late season. Yeah. Oh, it's not a steeplechase. It's flat 3,000. Oh, I thought it was steeplechase. My bad. I apologize, everybody. Nobody checked me on that. Yeah. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, it's been good so far. Yeah, I got up early this morning. My birthday started out by driving my wife to a running spot, because she's training for a half marathon. Then I went back and I was watching soccer, which wasn't really as good as I wanted it to be. Had a little brunch. After this, I'll be going out with a few friends. So yeah. I thought, it is steeplechase. What I'm saying, it is steeplechase. I just was looking and it just says men's 3,000 M, but it is steeplechase. Yeah. No El Bakali, no Lemaitre Germa, but I think this should be good still. I mean, there's a bunch of guys here that's already run mid 7 minutes, so we should get something here. It's probably far off from where they went run. Maybe we get a 801, 803. I don't know. Yeah. But anything can happen when you have you definitely have wave light technology. I tell you, the wave light technology is an interesting thing. I never liked it, but I really like it now. I think it's really fascinating. Can we get it into the Olympics or the World Championships? That's the next kind of frontier. But I like wave light mostly for coaching. Like when you're in the, when you're doing pacemaking, you don't have to have the coach out there. You can set the workouts to do the kind of speed you want, allow the athletes. It's much more efficient than, like thinking about, are you running a 5K pace or your 10K pace or whatever kind of workout you might be doing. But so it's really fantastic for that. And then it's been such a glorious thing on the Diamond League circuit. And we saw it when Joshua Cheptegei some years ago, Gidi, Sifan Hassan breaking 10K world records, all with the aid of wave light. And I think now it's really an integral part of the major circuit meets setup, and I like it. I really like it. It helps me to think about like the pacing. You get a better sense of how fast an athlete might be going in terms of a meet record, a world record, and so on. Question is it cheating? That's the question, right? Not cheating in the classic way, but is it giving too much of an aid to an athlete at the major championships? And this is probably why we don't really see world records being broken so much at the major games, because one, there's no pacemaker, and two, there is no wave light technology. Also, I really think that the pacemaker will die out at some point, because if you install wave light and you want a certain pace, you can set it and the athletes can run out to it. So we'll see. I don't know. Your thoughts on wave light? I think I had a video on it earlier. Maybe I have to revisit it and do another video, but yeah, I don't really know why NBC decided to go to a commercial break in the middle of the 3,000 meter steeplechase. This is the problem with these guys. I just don't understand it. But yeah, a lot of great performances so far. Yeah, and I'm happy to see. Oh yeah, Cheptegei is in this time. I didn't even realize that's what's going on here. Let me see the live. If my producer could put up oh, he has it up here. Thank you. That's why he's better here. Yeah. Who's there? Who's leading right now? Kiprop, it looks like, is in the lead. Yeah, there's a bunch. I don't know what was this. I was looking at the wrong thing. That's the problem. I apologize. I was looking at the wrong thing for yesterday. I was looking at the 3,000 meters, which is scheduled for tomorrow. Because that's why I was wondering, like, why I was making that kind of mistake. Yeah. But yeah, they're really good. Really good stuff. Long season in track and field. After this, hopefully, I don't know what other sports you guys are into. I have some other stuff that I'm planning to do. We'll be doing some explainer videos in the next coming months. So, hopefully you'll watch those as well. And yeah, I'll try to do some live shows still, and a few. I think we're launching a podcast, hopefully. So if you can't have enough of me, you'll definitely find me at some place. But I do appreciate everybody on the channel, and I always say that you guys could be anywhere else, and it's important. So I really appreciate you sticking around and listening to the stuff that I want to say. And I want to hear from you guys too. What are your thoughts? And in fact, who's your athlete of the year? I think for me, it's pretty clear on the women's side that it's Faith Kipyegon. I don't think anybody has surpassed what she's done. Utterly dominant this year. 3 world records to the bag as well. I mean, one unconventional event, but winning the major title. On the men's side, I'm still not quite sure. Yeah, still not quite sure who would be. I think if you had an overall athlete of the year, I still think it's Faith Kipyegon. Men's side, I don't know. There's some big performances this year. Yeah, I have to think through that some more. But yeah, is it Mondo? I don't know. Does Noah Lyles get in the mix? He did definitely deliver 3 gold medals this year. He has to be in the mix, I imagine. What about the likes of a Ryan Krauser delivering there, especially knowing that he had that blood clot in his legs? That is something else to think about. Yeah. So I think they're just showing some women's pole vault too. Katie Moon. Yeah. I haven't. I don't know why they didn't give me like another screen. I would have taken another screen with these individuals, the individual events. Maybe it's on Peacock, and I'm not quite sure. Yeah. But yeah, I guess we're all waiting for this 100 meters. Nobody's giving the predictions. Who's winning the women's 100 meters this evening? Yeah, let me know. Is it Shacarri? Can Shericka beat her this evening? Can we get a surprise from Elaine? I mean, if Elaine were to win, that means, I mean, it would be super spectacular, right? Like, I don't know if she can. I think it's going to take 10-7 to win this evening. So is Elaine in 10-7 shape? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. But these guys are coming around. What's this? They're about 17, 18 right now. Yeah. 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 Yeah, we're gonna get like what about 805 or 806 probably will win this. Yeah. Yeah. I mean the crowd didn't seem that excited about this. Yeah. Kiprop wins in 806.26. So yeah, reasonable time I would say, Yeah, reasonable time. Hi Princess, you're saying Elaine coming with something special. I mean, I would love to see it, right? I mean, like I think she's ahead of season, right? It was an awful start to the season with injuries and so on. She's finishing it nicely. I suppose winning the Diamond League title would cap it off really good, but I mean, it's hard to look past Richardson and Jackson, right? It's just hard because they've been standout this year. Both 1065, Richardson claiming the world championship title, winning it when it matters. Shericka in second. Also unbelievable over 200 meters this year, twice in 21.4 range. Better conditions in Brussels, and she may have definitely gone sub 21.4 and possibly approached the world record. Or she could have, I don't know. It's hard to say, but usually if she gets a little bit of wind tomorrow, maybe. It's 2 races back to back. She has to run really fast today. Come back tomorrow. Long season for Shericka as well. I don't know. But it would be great to see her breaking that world record. I think it's been a spectacular season for Shericka. The world record shape is there. It's just that the conditions has not been kind to her. Every time she's landed a 21.4, she hasn't gotten any assistance. The win has been negligible in terms of any kind of assistance, and she probably needs a 1.2, 1.3 to get to that world record, assuming she's in the kind of shape she is. Some people think she needs to get a little bit faster. I don't know. She's really doing particularly well off the first. She's running the curve really well for my liking. There's work to be done, but it's unbelievable what she's been racking up now, and it's back-to-back gold medals. Were she to go next year and win a gold medal over 200 meters in Paris, she certainly starts to tick up my list as one of the all-time greats. Definitely, she's definitely getting up there right now, and you can't really argue against it. If she were to break the world record, win the gold medal next year, that would be super special. Certainly, probably the greatest we've seen, or one of the greatest across 1, 2, 4. It's very special. Yeah, let's go. I guess you're excited for this 100 meters. Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. Gonna be fantastic. Yeah, very fantastic. Yeah. Only one person says no one wants to put their predictions out there. Only Princess is like Elaine is coming with something special. What's that special thing Elaine is coming with? Is it how fast is it gonna be? That's the question. I think it's gonna be super fast. Yeah, it's gonna be super fast. Yeah, yeah. So you guys have this thing here. We run a poll. Even though we had a poll up, 35% of you guys are saying that Shericka would win. 30% have Richardson, and then Elaine as well. Yeah, didn't even realize we had a poll up. Appreciate it. Interesting. I mean, there might be some regional bias there. I don't know, but this is gonna be fireworks, I guess. Either way, it should be exciting. And again, you gotta love the women for being at this stage. I mean, it's a fantastic season for all of them. Yeah. Vivian, Kenya, how are you doing? The women's 100 meters. Thanks for joining from Kenya. Uh, the women's 100 meters is coming up in a few minutes. It's scheduled. It's the next thing on the track. So it's less than 10 minutes, I think, or so. It's scheduled for. It's 7 minutes away. Yeah. So they should be coming out in a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. No, coach is good. I mean, the Kenyans this year, I was saying, probably didn't have the best of world championships as you guys usually want. There's a lot of reasons for that too, but there's some good stuff to be some good areas to think about. I mean, also, maybe you guys have faith. It's fantastic this year. I'd like to see Ferdinand run faster outside of the Diamond League, not outside of Nairobi, rather. Yeah. What is Wayne saying? After today, when Elaine smashes race, I hope all my Jamaicans put more respect on her name. I'm not quite sure who doesn't want to put respect on her name, right? I think, first of all, thank you for joining me. We have to. I actually don't think what Elaine. If Elaine does anything today, I don't think it matters in terms of more than them feeling confident in that they're turning her season around, right? I mean, we're talking about a generational talent, back to back at the Olympics, double. No woman has ever done that, and she's what? She has medals now at the World Championships. She started at World Championships behind skippers in that 200 meters, and then last year in Eugene, she managed to get on the podium. So I think, given what we know, I mean, it's not only that she's injured, right? Like, there was obvious interesting dynamics moving away and maybe not securing the right team. Now it seems as if they figured that out. Or you hope, but she hasn't. She wasn't training well this year because she was hurt. And if an athlete, no matter how good you are, if you can't do what is necessary, then you won't be competitive. And as she rightly said at one point, because I mean, I was critical early. A lot of people are critical, especially when we saw what was happening out of the early season when she did those 400 meters. But I guess at that point, it was mostly about injuries and not necessarily the transition away. It's hard to know, but she's been suffering with stuff, and now they've figured out, she's gotten a new coach to add to her team, someone she's worked with before, and they're actually making it through workouts. And they've probably designed a program that will allow her to do work and not aggravate whatever injuries or work within the parameters of the injuries. And so when they ran the 10-8 last week, you're like, you have to think that's super. They must be chuffed, right? You must be sitting there saying, this is better than anticipated, given where they are. So for her she just needs to finish this healthy, I would imagine, have a good rest, come back, do a proper background. If she gets the kind of background training that's necessary, then she will be in the mix and she will be ultra competitive, right? If she can train all the way through and do what's required, then there's not 3 people or 4 people. I don't think there's 3 people that can keep her off the podium, right? Like, if she's back to her best, and that's the kind of thing you have to think. can she get back to those? Can she get back to 21? It's hard to know. Getting back to 21 is the standard she wants to get to. I don't know. You hope that if she's healthy, then she might be able to get back to 21. That's the thing. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. You're so kind. Really hoping Shericka can get the world record. As you said, the win is not doing her any favors. Yeah, I agree. I think, look, if she's gonna, I don't think any world record. I'm gonna put it out on record right now for next year in Paris. I doubt a lot of world records will be run in Paris next year. I think Paris will be similar like Budapest. You'll see stellar performances, but you won't get world records because there's no wind coming through that stadium. The rugby thing is going on right now. It's structured in a way that allows limited wind. And I think if you're only getting winds in the 0.1s or 0.5, some negligible wind, then that's not going to give you, especially for the sprinters and especially for the world records that they may want to attempt, it's not going to happen over there. At least I don't think. Because the Budapest track was really good. It's the best track Mondo has. The same track similar to what they had in Tokyo. Those things are quick enough. And we you know, yeah. Yeah. So yeah. You mean, will I be able to put a race here? I can't do that. If I do that, I get in trouble. I'm sorry about that, Prince. You gotta watch it on something else. There's a lot of copyright violation. I don't use the copyright thing. You know, hopefully you stick around, watch it somewhere, come back, and we'll chat. Yeah. But it's gonna be big time, a big time run. You know, yeah. But yeah, let's see what will happen. Yeah, but yeah, it's good. They're walking out as usual right here. You have Hobbs, Talou, Richardson's coming out. Yeah, you know, Shacarri's having a bumper season. The media loves it, I imagine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But look, nobody. I suspect if Shacarri doesn't win this evening, she won't feel anyway. I mean, she's won the world title. That's the biggest thing you can win this year, and that's it. You know, I suppose if Shericka wins, she'll feel good about it. But as we've known, and it's not a cliche or anything. When you have a major competition, the Olympics or the World Championship, that's what counts, and everything else is just okay, right? You still want to perform, you still want to win, but if you didn't win the World Championship title, then you just didn't win it, right? And that's the interesting thing. You think about what Rai did this evening. Benjamin was fantastic this evening, running fourth fastest ever, Diamond League record, world lead 46:39. But Varham is the world champion. Yeah. No, I can't show the race live with Tia. If I do that, then I get in trouble. Yeah, it's illegal. You have to. Yeah. You have to do this. I can't show that. Oh my God, Talu is out. Oh, Shericka Jackson's like flying. She is flying, but look at Elaine. Elaine is in the mix. Woo. Jackson, 1070. Yeah, very good. Talu, 1075. Elaine, 1079. Season best. That's the best performance, I think, this evening. You know, she's going to walk away thinking that I'm back. Yeah. Yeah. I think watch out world record tomorrow. I mean, it's still not. What's the win on this? It's negligible. Is it negligible? It's like 0.8, 0.0, just 0.8. Yeah. Yeah. Natasha Morrison, PB, 1085. Oh, this is a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic performance by these women. Jackson looked really good. Didn't get the best of starts, but once she got into acceleration, got into her top end speed, she was there. Talu equals her season best, 1075. Season best for the two-time double Olympic champion, 1071, 1079. So you see the progress. She came here at a 1084. Let's see. Elaine got out really well as well, I think. Yeah. Trying to see it again real quickly. Yeah. Yeah. Talu got out good. She was low and nice. Yeah. Shacarri didn't get out. Shacarri got out similar to how she got out in the semifinals in Budapest, which suggests that if you're not, you have to get out there. She didn't. Yeah, she's rugged in her thing. She was looking down, not really. Well, not necessarily looking down. Her head was down. Didn't get up into good acceleration. I don't think. Yeah, but this is fantastic run by Shericka Jackson. Natasha Morrison would be good. Dina Asher Smith was out good as well, but she's having one of those years. I'm not quite sure what's happening to Dina this year. But good of her to be in there. TT Terry, 1083, 1080 Richardson. This is good. This is really good. So yeah, I mean, first day of the Diamond League final. I mean, obviously there is the Ballman's Mile to come up next, but good performance by Shericka Jackson. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so it's Shericka Jackson 1070, Maria Jose Tolu 1075, Elaine Thompson-Herah 1079, Shacarri Richardson 1080, Terry 1083, Natasha Morrison 1085, Asha Smith 1096, and Imani, I always forget how to pronounce her name, 11.01, and Zoe Hobbs, who's having a great season too, I think. National record this year, I think, for New Zealand in 10.18. So it's a very fast time. I think if you ask me to come September 16th and women are running 10.7s and 10.8s at this late stage in the season, we would bite your hand off. Yeah, but this is a good win. I mean, I think it sets up nicely for tomorrow too for Shericka. She's in good nick. Hopefully, she can, get a nice cool down and ice bath and get ready for tomorrow. Because I think she's gonna try to give an assault on the world record. I don't know if the wind conditions will be good enough. Right now, it's what 0.8. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. But I think Shericka needs a 1.5 here. If she gets a 1.5 win and we get that kind of performance we saw last week in Brussels, then she'll be. I think she can run sub 21.4. World record, I don't know yet, but I think she's definitely in the mix there. So this is good run. I mean, even Richardson, she can't complain about her season. She's the world title. She's the world championship holder. She won the race when it mattered the most, and so yeah. But it's good, good season, good running. Yeah. Well, Elaine, for your money is a little late now. Elaine came. You mean for next year? You mean, or for this evening? Elaine came third, right? This evening, good performance, I thought. Just slightly ahead of Shacarri Richardson, and I think Elaine goes home and thinks that this has been a fabulous second half of the season. So you have to think 2 weeks before the Jamaica, was it 2 weeks before the Jamaica Championships? She was running on some low key meat just to get into the mix, and she couldn't make it to the Jamaica. Wasn't fit enough in time to make on the Jamaica team. At least she got in the relay squad. Some wanted her to run the final. It didn't happen. And then post the World Championship, she's steadily getting faster and faster. She ran some 11s. Then she went sub 11. Then she went sub 10.9. And now she's gone sub 10.8, right? So 10.79 ends the season. She's no one can tell me she's by far way out there, right? I think she's way ahead. Yeah, I think she did much better than you would anticipate for someone who at one point in the season thought she would have called it quits. So kudos to Elaine. Back fantastic for Talu to get back in the mix. I would think Talu would have been disappointed with her performance at the World Championship. And I said it again, and I said a number of times. That was her opportunity to get on the podium, because that World Championship saw Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, who was hobbling, barely made it into that. They had to manage her to get into that. And it's a certain medal when Shelly-Ann runs. And so for her to find her way on the medal podium speaks volumes. I've been saying it all ever since Budapest. But it was the moment for people like Talu to get on the podium, because next year she's getting older. I don't think she can be in the mix next year as well. And then if the likes of an Elaine comes back, God help a lot of people, right? But great performance there. I'm excited also for TT Terry. I think she's always a fantastic athlete as well. And Morrison runs 1085 PB. You have to be happy with that. If you're Natasha Morrison, because she's been running all season. She's been killing the Continental Tour. She's been on the Diamond League circuit as well. So she's been running a lot. This is a fantastic performance for her. And yeah, you like to see it, because it means that come next year, a lot of things will be in the mix. A lot of people in the mix. It's a tough team to make. The US team is hard to make. The Jamaican team is even harder to make on the women's 100 meters. It's just really tough. And yeah, so things are going well. Yeah, women, they're showing a little bit of the women's shot. But thank you everybody for joining me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. Thank you so much. Your performance, were you excited to see this 100 meters? What were your thoughts on Shericka Jackson? Wasn't the greatest of start, but she was. They didn't leave her, and when you don't leave her, then once she gets really good from Chase Ely here. It's a national record. Is that a USA national record? That is ridiculous in the women's shot put. Yeah, so this is a fantastic evening for running. Good sprint performances here. One more event for the evening, which is the Bowman Mile. It's the 1 mile event, and there's Ingebrigtsen in it. Nordes is in it as well. Kipsang, Chariot, Nagoose. This should end the night really good. As you know, Nike Prefontaine always has this. Prefontaine was a fantastic middle distance runner who was cut down real early, similar to Ivan Van Dam for the Brussels Memorial. It's also in memory of him. So Prefontaine was a fantastic athlete who probably would have gone on to win Olympic gold, and he died unexpectedly as well, or tragically rather, and but it's a good performance tonight. I was so far I don't even know what's the best thing I saw. Where right now I just saw Chase Ely throw the shot put way out there. That might be the biggest thing, Yeah, Elaine came third, but fantastic performance by Elaine. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. I think Ely just went way out there on the national record. I gotta check that real fast. Let's see what 2076. Whoa. Over Mitten, which was like 1979, Dongmoon 1992, Thomas Dodd finishing in 6th, Maggie Ewan 1944. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this is the 1 mile. Hey Sonia, good to see you. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're enjoying what happened already. I was doing a watch along for those of you today. I might do a watch along again tomorrow. I think that's cool. We'll just end with a watch along. I can't stay long this evening. It's my birthday, so I gotta go do stuff. But yeah, I just want to see what can happen here. I think Ingebrigtsen could go out really well here. Yeah, Nagoose is in the mix as well, obviously. Yeah, Nordes can finish fast as well. So yeah, but yeah, appreciate everybody. Don't forget, if it's your first time, make sure you subscribe, hit the like and subscribe button. When I come live. Yeah. No, you're right. Really improving. I mean, fantastic performance by Elaine. I think they could have shut the season down, right? If Elaine had shut the season down after the World Championships. No one would have complained. You'd be like, okay, she ran a leg on the World Championship relay, bagged another medal, and well, did her part to make sure that a medal would have been coming. Excuse me. He shut the season down, tried to come back and do some good background training. We wouldn't say anything because she had a tough season. But you know, she's in fantastic shape right now. You know, and you have to think this is a there's no background training this year really, because if we went back to the top of when was it, January or February, when we looked at those 400 meters that she ran, there's nothing there. It was terrible. It was like 57 or 58, somewhere around there. So nothing happened, and so she's basically running on bare speed right here and minimum work. So when they really put that on her, I think this season, when she starts back up, assuming the body can manage it, and that's the biggest thing, right? Can her body manage it? I think that's the biggest challenge for Elaine, is managing that. Yeah, but it's basically right now Negus and Jakob Ingebrigtsen. I'm not quite sure I like this Nike strip. You know, it makes all these athletes look like they run for Oregon. You know, yeah, yeah. So we'll see, but I think it's gonna be Jakob here with Negus. But yeah, thank you so much, Sonia. There's a lap to go. There's like 2:53 here. It's basically Negus and Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Chariot is in third, but he's not in the picture. And let's see if Negus can run down Jakob. Yeah, I don't like how Jakob looks right now on the backstretch. He's not digging hard enough for me, but he still looks relaxed. So we'll see. Yeah, yeah. I think he's gonna run something really ridiculous. Jakob. Ingebrigtsen's digging super hard here. Negus, you know, is he smiling like he's in trouble? I don't like his hand movements. Negus shouldn't be doing this, but I know he runs like that. Yeah, Jakob is gonna win this comfortable. He's gonna run something ridiculous. This is gonna be ridiculous. Ooh, it's 3:43.73. That's not a world record. 3:43.73. That's an era record for sure. World lead, personal best over the Bowman mile. Negus, also American record there too. Air record 3:43.97. George Mills from out of PB as well. No, this is fantastic running here. Really good running. Really good running. I mean, Ingebrigtsen delivered. You know, he didn't deliver over 1,500 meters, but I'm just being harsh on him there. You know, shout out to Josh Kerr and Whiteman and those guys who've nipped him over the last 2 years. But yeah, it's been a fantastic first day here of the Nike Prefontaine Classic, the Diamond League final. A lovely first day. Tomorrow we'll get to see day 2, and hopefully we'll end the evening with Shericka Jackson trying to break that world record. I want to thank you everybody for joining me. Put your thoughts in. You know, let me know where you're joining from. I'll check this up back on the rebroadcast. If you're watching on the rebroadcast, put your comments, your thoughts. I'll definitely respond to those. But yeah, it's been impressive performance. Rai Benjamin tonight started us off in a 46:39. Good to see Karani back in a 44:3 as well. Fantastic performance by Chase Healy, national record 20:76 in the women's shot put. You can't argue it. That is ridiculous throwing right there, and I think she has a lot more in the tank. Good javelin throwing went on today. Yeah. What is Ron saying? Hi, Ron. Good to see you. I notice whenever Shacarri is sandwiched between the Jamaicans or our next fast sprinter, she always panics and loses. It also happens in the semifinal in Budapest. You're right on this, and it happened in Prefontaine in 21. Well, anyway, she was way beyond down the track there. I think there is something about that, and this is an interesting point you're making, Ron. I gotta stick around for this, because there is impact that athletes can have on you. You see, the fast starters can really throw you off sometimes. But also, if you really say if you're a guy like a Usain Bolt or a Noah Lyles, the guys with the greatest top end speeds, if they're in the mix with the fast starters, they get even more confident because like they don't get separated. Like we're right there. Once I'm with you at this point in time, then that means I'm gonna win the race. I think there's something to be said about that. She likes to run by herself oftentimes, and when you're in the mix with her, it could cause some problems. Now we have to break down the Shacarri thing in an interesting ways. Her speed is not her time isn't like superior to say like a Shericka Jackson this season. Both of them ran the fastest time in the year, equal at 10:65. Jackson ran a 10:65 in Jamaica before the championships. Richardson runs a 10:65 in Budapest in the final when it counts. So you can't think that you have to think that she can't think that she's way ahead of Shericka or way ahead of because she doesn't think that. I don't think she goes to her bed saying I'm better than them by far. There's no distance between them in the sense, even though she's had the better of Jackson for most of the Diamond League and obviously at the World Championships. So I suppose if you're not at your very best and you don't execute out the blocks, and I think that's the thing for Shacarri, if she's not executing well, then she's fumbling and trying to get back in the race. And some people say she benefited from being out in lane 9, especially after what happened with the start in the semifinal. So I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I don't really know, right? I think they worked it out, and she came back with a clean head. So maybe if she was in the middle, she probably could have still won. It's a lot of counterfactuals that we don't really know. But you're definitely right. If you take some of the races where she doesn't run her very best, she's always either the first like few steps, other people have already gone out on her, and she's just trying to, make it up. So we'll see. What is this? Jamaica first and second. Yeah. I mean, good running. I mean, it's fantastic running. Her Majesty Queen. Hopefully, the Queen is of Ethiopian descent. I'm joking. Yeah. Shericka looks good. 1070. She'll be happy with that. I think she's warming up for tomorrow. Hopefully, she'll be in good shape. And hopefully, the win cooperates in Oregon. We need some win there. Yeah. Shericka lost in Budapest. She was not going to lose this one. Probably so, Sonia, I think. But if we're being real, and I don't think it mattered. Yeah, I don't think it matters. I don't think if you're Shacarri Richardson, you walk away and feel bad. The only thing you would feel bad is that maybe I didn't finish second, right? Maybe I should have, got the head of Talu. Maybe I should have beaten Elaine Thompson, who is coming back from injury. Maybe that, she might be disappointed that she didn't come second. I would suspect, maybe she's giving away a loss to anybody. It would have to be Shericka Jackson. So that might be something she's disappointed with. But she has the gold medal around her neck. She has the bye to the next World Championships in Tokyo. I think she's fine. She has to come back. The thing that if you're Shacarri Richardson, she has to be consistently on top of her game, right? She can't allow mental issues to come in to play in the execution of the start. Otherwise, you will get it. The space is competitive. There's a lot of women running really good times, and next year we'll equally probably see that. You see, Jackson will be fine again next year. Assuming everybody's healthy. If Elaine gets healthy enough to train hard enough and execute well, she'll be back. And no doubt she's gonna run fast if she can do it. Let's see what the greatest can do as well in the likes of a Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. She suffered some stuff, but she seems to be okay. At least it's a last hurrah for her. If she has a uninterrupted season as well when it comes to training and no injuries, great background season, then she will say something. And then there's a bunch of other people that will come in the mix. Some youngsters might start to come up as well. So this women's track and field is, in my mind, is in a healthy space. Just as the men too. I think the men are coming back across the board. Maybe not running the kind of times you would want to see, but we've been spoiled in the Bolt era and the era of the 9.7s and so on. But guys are coming back as well. So we'll see. You know, thanks for agreeing there. Ron is also saying, I noticed Shericka was looking at Shelly when she crossed the line first in Budapest, not realizing Shacarri was on the outside. That's also a good observation. I saw that as well. A lot of people saw that. But what I don't want to do, you see, when we dissect it this way, and we're perfectly fine to do it, and I think you're right to do it, it can be misconstrued as if we're taking away from what Richardson did. And I don't want to do that, right? Because she ran 10.65. I don't know if looking around would have saved Jackson, right? I think she just got out well by herself and delivered the most coveted prize of the year. And that's what she did. And next year we'll see what will happen. One thing, there's nobody out here that can claim the gold medal in Paris yet, and we'll see. You know, obviously we can't give out we don't give out gold medals early, but I would not be surprised come next year we have people running sub 10.6. You know, because I think Shericka was. I believe it when they said Shericka was in a 10.5 shape. She just didn't deliver it. I believe she could get there. So, and I think Shacarri Richardson can get much faster. She has the age on her side too. She's very young, and so the rest are going in the other direction. I mean, I don't even know what to call Fraser Price. She's just a freak of nature. We've never seen the like to be around this long. But there's some others will come, right? So I suspect if all the important people that we already know, and we can't discuss, we don't know who would come into the mix as well. But if Fraser Price gets back to her best, she's going to be in a 10.6 range. If Elaine gets back to her best, she's going to be in a 10.6 range too. Then we get 10.6 from Shacarri, again 10.6 for sure from also Jackson. That's 4 women already. And then there's a bunch of other people wanting to come up. The bar is high, and we'll see. It's not the 100 meters is going to be close. The 200 meters is not. That's a different type of thing when it comes to the 200 meters for women. I think the bar is going to close a little bit on the men's 200 meters because the likes of Tebogo is coming. I think Aaron will be getting better as well. You know, there's people that's in the mix that can come. Maybe not beat Lyles, but they start to come up closer to him. In the 200 meters, is Shericka on the clock. It's just her and the clock. I don't know where you're coming, because if you run 21.6, you're golden. You're fantastic. You're all-time fast times. When we see 21.6, we get excited. That's 2 meters behind Jackson. And that's where the bar is right now. Because the woman is running 21.4 like she's just eating, like it's like ice and water. I don't even know how to, that's even a ridiculous analogy. But she set the standard so high, and I believe she can get faster. You know, there is growth there to come. So that's different for me. Like, if you're not coming next year to run 21 4s and 5s, you're only gonna look at the number they give Shericka Jackson at the Olympics. You're gonna see what Puma spikes look like from behind. But in the 100 meters, different kettle. And I think that's where Ron comes back in with the original kind of your original comment about what other people can do to you in a race. And that's the thing. Mentally, it becomes much more difficult. You have to be on point. But we love it, and we love the sport for it, and I think it's good. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight, and we really appreciate a lot of you sticking around, and commenting, and even if you're not commenting and just listening or watching, I really appreciate you. I'm gonna call it quits because it's my birthday and I gotta go do some stuff. But I'll see most of you. Erwin, thanks. Gotta see you. But appreciate it if you appreciate everyone. If you put your comments, your thoughts in the chat. If I don't get to them on now, I'll get to them later. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell on your way out. I appreciate every one of you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.